Hello and welcome to Now Streaming. Today we are reviewing The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies. And if you don't know what Now Streaming is, hold on. Okay, whatever. Anyways, if you don't know what Now Streaming is, it is a YouTube series in which I review movies and sometimes TV shows. I haven't done a TV show yet, but I will someday. But anyways, let's get into The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies. So, the premise of the movie is basically we gotta wrap up the Hobbit trilogy and move into the Lord of the Rings. We gotta make our last one. We gotta make sure we send off the Lord of the Rings lore in the right way. We gotta make sure that this is a fitting end for the fans. And long story short, it's not. Because the story is all over the place. The story is just like, alright, will you adventure with me one last time? And I'm like, I don't. I really don't. I was good the first time. I was less enthusiastic the second time. Now I couldn't care less. I mean, I like Lord of the Rings. But when it gets to the point where I don't care, like, example, I've been playing Shadow of Mordor. I care more about that, playing a sequel to that, than playing a sequel to, or watching a sequel to a Hobbit movie that could have been in one movie. So, prejudices aside, the story just has a good plot in there. It just doesn't deliver. Because it's like, oh, Thorin's going mad. And there's a lot of conveniences in there. There's a lot of conveniences. Like, they resolve the plot of the second movie, the end of the second movie, and the beginning of the third movie. That was the point where I just pretty much tuned out. I was like, alright, so we're dealing with the antagonist, and we could have dealt with him with an additional 10 minutes. That's literally how long the enemy from... how long Smaug is in the movie. I mean, if you really want the desolation of Smaug, don't watch the Hobbit movies. Just imagine it. Go play Skyrim. You're not going to get the desolation of Smaug in the second movie or this movie. Because it's literally just Smaug being like, yo, I'm burning your village. Oh, dead. That is literally the entire span of what Smaug does in this movie. It is a waste of Benedict Cumberbatch's acting chops. I mean, yeah, I know he's CGI and all that. But anyways, before I dwell on this too much, let's get to the cast. Now, I'm not going to say too much about the cast, other than the fact that Benedict Cumberbatch is no longer fit to be Bilbo in this movie. Yeah, like, it's a problem when you don't want Benedict Cumberbatch to be in a movie. Because that means you've either grown tired of him, or the plot doesn't use the actor's full talents. In fact, I'm half tempted to go out a few days from now and say, I'm going to see The Imitation Game. Because that seems like a better movie than this movie. Or go out and see Whiplash. Pretty much any movie you're going to see right now is better than this one. And both acting chops, because pretty much any movie you even rent is going to be better than this movie. But all that wrapped up in a nutshell is just saying, I did not enjoy this movie, because at one point, Legolas defies gravity. And I was cool with the rename of A Battle of the Five Armies. But now, there and back again was such a fitting title. Because it's like, we're ending Lord of the Rings. We can't make the Silmarillion. We can't do anything with it. So this has been a disappointing look into the last Hobbit movie. What did you think of the movie? Comment in the comments below. And if you want to see more movie reviews, game reviews, and stuff of that nature, subscribe up there. If you're on desktop, down here if you're on mobile, and yeah, and Xbox, you gotta click like a few buttons. I don't know what the button combination that is, but I think you just press down and then you can subscribe. But anyways, this has been Now Streaming, and this is the Bladed Tech Joe signing off.